because she is truly one of a kind. She is a classy lady with incredible grace and talent. She was honored as one of the Northwood High School Teachers of the Year this year. Please welcome Mrs. Sasha Crowley.
In his song, Lose Yourself, Eminem challenges his listener to contemplate. If you had one moment to seize everything you ever wanted, would you capture it or would you let it slip away? While many people instantly connect to the inspirational message of this song, it's the story within the song that I find most inspiring. You see, the protagonist of this song, an aspiring rap artist, actually fails to seize his moment. But we see over the course of the song that it's this initial failure that fuels his drive and determination. And once he finally loses himself in the moment, loses himself in the music, he's able to fulfill his potential. Now, class of 2012, don't worry. I'm not going to humor you with cliches about seizing the moment. You look at your academic achievements, your extracurricular accolades, you know all about seizing the moment. But life isn't that easy. Just like heroes in literature who must go through trials and tribulations in order to be capable of fulfilling the call, so do extraordinary people face adversity, and that adversity makes them great. And the greats who have come before you have had to do the same. Take Michael Jordan. When you hear his name, you think of the greatest basketball player of all time. Do you know his sophomore year, he was cut from the varsity team because they thought he was too short? Or take Steve Jobs, who before the iPod, iPhone revolution, was actually fired from Apple in 1985. So how does one turn disappointment into growth? How does one respond to rejection with resilience? First, you have to look within. As you receive your diploma today, assuming that you've settled all your book fines, that is, you are surrounded by those who believe in you the most. Your parents, your friends, your teachers. But as you move forward, you must develop the strength to listen to the voice inside. And just to clarify, I'm not talking about the voice that tells you to go on Facebook rather than study for your test. I'm talking about the voice that when no matter how bad senioritis got, it kept telling you that you've come too far to give up completely. I'm talking about the voice that gave you the courage to stand up for a friend because you knew that he needed to know that someone in this world had his back. And while that voice might not always have the perfect, correct answer, I promise you that if you trust that voice inside, that you will have freedom and contentment in your choices. And you know what? You're going to inspire others to do the same. Second, you are who you surround yourself with. You know, it's really easy at Northwood High School to take for granted the peers that you have. But as you move forward, it is your responsibility to surround yourselves with people who challenge yourselves. Because that's the only way you will fulfill your potential. A true friend is someone who helps you learn from your mistakes. They help you solve problems. They inspire you with their example. Just being around them makes you want to try new things and improve. And if you don't surround yourself with those types of people, you're cheating yourself. Because if you surround yourself with true friends, you will emerge victorious from those challenges that you face. Finally, don't let fear keep you on the sidelines of life. And when adversity hits, whether it's a grade that you get in a class that you don't feel you deserve, Maybe you don't get the job that you felt like you really wanted, it was just for you. Or maybe it's a relationship not turning out the way that you want. It's easy to start questioning yourself and your destiny. What if I'm not strong enough? What if I'm not worthy? What if nobody believes in me? But rather than getting caught up in the what ifs or waiting for someone to validate you, you've got to remember the journey, and you have to commit to the journey. Because if you do that, you're going to grow and change, and it might become uncomfortable, but you're going to be so proud of yourself at the end of it. So don't see adversity as a nemesis. Take advantage of those opportunities to learn about your strengths and your weaknesses. You know, Steve Jobs said about inspiring that though it was initially an awful tasting medicine, it was something he needed to become a beginner again. And it was that moment that helped him to open up to one of the most creative periods of his life. So on that note, don't fear the future. You know, the state of the economy is not ideal. You know, the workplace is a very competitive place. But fixating on the uncertainty of what may or may not happen is going to help you or make you lose sight of the moment. Get busy doing. Think about the skills you already know that you need to work on. If you are growing, striving, and surrounding yourselves with people who are like-minded, you know, success is actually going to come to you. And before you know it, you're going to be living out your dreams and fulfilling your destiny. So seniors, class of 2012, the time is now. It's time to seize your moment. It's time to commit to the journey. It's time to set this world on fire.